Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on the very last day of January. It's actually quite a cold day, but it's bright. We've had lots of overcast, very grey, very rainy and windy days, so it's nice to be able to be outside and enjoy the dry weather. You can see some of my daffodils are starting to come up. This one is soon ready to bloom. I think it's one of the first ones. There are quite a few little flower heads all over the shop, little spears like this one. And it's such a joyful time. And of course, the snowdrops have been out for a few weeks now. We're really enjoying them. They're always the first beautiful harbingers of spring. But today I want to look at something much more exciting, which is something edible in the garden. The first berries are just going to start getting ready. Let me show you what I mean. This big bunch of brown sticks is the most successful of my 5 honeyberry bushes, because it's in the sunniest spot of the 5 of them. These are actually flower buds. You can see the little yellow bits there. So they're all going to break into beautiful yellow bloom and then slowly develop into beautiful blue honeyberries. This bush here is called Boreal Beauty, and as I said, it does really well in a sunny spot. But when I say sunny, you know, this is England, so it's not like a really hot spot there. They are more cold, they're more cold tolerant plants. I mean, they're super hardy down to like minus, I think it's minus 40, something insane, if not more. I wonder if it says something here about how far down they can go. It's super crazy because they are like from really cold climates. Yeah, it doesn't actually say. But I do like these berries, and they're a really nice thing to have because they come so very early, and I've had them flower. You know, when they flower so early, then you have the risk of them getting hit by snow, and I've had them actually flower with snow on them, and the berries still developed. So they are super duper hardy and beautiful, and unlike blueberries, they don't have any specific soil requirements, so they are happy in just straight into the garden soil here. And whereas my blueberries need to be in pots because they need acidic soil in order to flower and just thrive, really. And what I want to show you today is something even more exciting than the blue ones, and that's this one over here. This is quite an unusual one. I've had it in the ground for quite some time. You can see it looks different from the blue one because it is completely evergreen. So some of the leaves are a little bit damaged, but that's just wear and tear of the winter. And this one is called raspberry honeysuckle, and it produces these little red honeysuckle berries or honeyberries, and it should be doing so very soon as well, because you can see there are little buds everywhere, and they sort of flower along stems. See these little buds here? They're going to flower all the way along the stems. So I am really looking forward to seeing these flowers. They are more white than the yellow ones. They're more white than the regular honeysuckles, but they look pretty much the same. And then the berries themselves just look so cute and red, and taste slightly different. Supposedly, mine has not actually flowered for me yet or fruited, so this should be the first time. Do you hear that little robin? He's sitting right above me. Let me try to see if I can get him. Do you see him? So cute. But yes, I'm looking forward to seeing these guys go. They are amazing. Lots of little buds are coming out now too, unfurling. This is some leaves down here, some foliage down here, I think. Could be some flower buds that are actually starting to open. It's time will tell, but yeah, here's some more leaves. And the funny thing is, I mean, again, they're so hardy because we've just had, well, today we had ice again. We've had -1 degree Celsius. So it's quite cold, but yeah, they're just hardy as anything. So lots and lots of fun. It's so nice that some things are starting to wake up and get going already. It's we can start having some things into our berry bowls. But whatever happens, whatever starts working really hard now to start fruiting, these guys never manage to be earlier than my raspberries. And actually the raspberries are also starting to break bud. Let me show you. Before I do, here's another one of my honeyberries. This is called a Siberian one, that's its name. So not that specific, but at least we know where it comes from. And it's got some little buds that are just showing specks of green on them as well. If you can see them. It's not that clear, but this is much more of a round, wide bush, and that's probably because it's a little bit more windy here, so it's spread out, but lovely all the same. One here, it's so hard to see them, but I'm very fond of this one. It's called Blue Banana, and it's got some little specks of green on too. So we'll soon be seeing flowers. And this one over here is right next to it. You see, they need pollination partners that are not the same as them. So I've got 5 different cultivars everywhere. There's so many to choose between. They're actually really fun, and they all have slightly different flavors. And this one is Morena, it's called. But yeah, it's supposed to be, you see, it does actually say plant in full sun for best fruiting, which I have not done. So at some point I might get some cuttings off some of these and also try to plant them into little pots and see how they do, because I have tasted some that have been able to sun ripen. Not many, but I like them when they're still a bit tart. I just think they're really tasty berries. So yeah, it'd be nice to get them, keep them going, and also put them in a sunny spot. Then they will get sweeter for sure. I need to clear out this area. They do not like competition with weeds, and you can see I do have some little weeds popping up all over the shop because weeds really like this area. It's such a nice moist place, and look, lots of little snails, but they get eaten by my birds. So I never, of course, put anything down for them because I don't want to hurt the birds, and they just go around and keep the garden clean for me. So lovely. Great little teamwork. They're the best helpers ever. And they sing so sweetly. Yeah, here's some little specks of green on my raspberries. These are red raspberries. So they'll be waking up very soon. So exciting. Look at these. These are pink blueberries. And they are really starting to wake up properly now. So I need to do my little annual cleanup where I scrape off all the top soil and then replace it with lovely fresh stuff. These ones, I actually repotted them in autumn, so they should be fine for this year. They're nice big size pots and they can just stay in those. But they are definitely starting to wake up. They never even lost all of their leaves in the first place, so very funny. Whereas the blue ones, the regular high bush blueberries, certainly lost everything. But even these guys are starting to break bud now, or at least think about it. So I do need to do my little soil refreshing thing that I do every sort of February, because it always seems too early for me, but the bushes are always ready for it, and they never fail to flower and produce berries. So they know what they're doing. I just need to trust them. That one is definitely ready to start opening up soon. Some gorgeous flowers. Look, some of the roses are even waking up. So this is very exciting. Far too early, but still exciting. I'm sure they'll be okay. They know what they're doing. Look over here. Lots of awakening going on. So much to look forward to. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time, hopefully for much more exciting news as the garden wakes up. Bye for now.